These haunted underground tunnels are hiding unspeakable histories that will shock you beyond belief. The Gold Camp Road Tunnels in Colorado. The Gold Camp Road Tunnels were constructed during the 1800s to help support the ongoing Pikes Peak Gold Rush. Connecting Cripple Creek and Colorado Springs, a railway was laid down on the route that is now Gold Camp Road. The tunnels were built to facilitate transportation of miners and supplies during the gold rush, but some say the tunnels actually hold a deeper rooted history, that it was built for evil and criminal activity. Now, the Gold Camp Road tunnels are widely known for their alleged ghostly activity and spooky folklore. Now, visitors and locals alike have reported hearing unexplained laughter, feeling tugging on clothes, finding handprints on vehicles, and even seeing apparitions. While some attribute, these occurrences to paranormal activity, others suggest they may be due to natural phenomena or vivid imaginations. Now, according to the most prevalent folktale, one of the remaining tunnels actually collapsed while a school bus full of homeless children was driving through it, unaliving the driver and the entire group of kids, leaving their very unquiet little spirits to linger around the tunnels. Now, hikers and mountain bikers have reported hearing these children's laughter, giggles, and even screams inside the tunnels, especially near the now closed tunnel number 3. Dusty cars parked near tunnel number 3 have been found with child-sized handprints. Some have reported feeling their cars being pushed uphill in tunnel number 2, even though the cars were in neutral. Now, whether you believe in ghosts or not, the tunnels certainly offer a very unique and somewhat unsettling experience. Victoria Park in Brisbane. Now, Victoria Park in Brisbane has a history intertwined with both its role as a public space and some dark events that have led to paranormal tales and stories. While it's not officially technically known as a haunted location with concrete evidence, the park's history, including its use as a rifle range and an encampment for World War II American troops, has contributed to the narrative surrounding it. Now, some individuals associate these historical events with unexplained occurrences, leading to the park being perceived as a place with a dark twist and ghostly whispers. Now, Victoria Park was officially opened in 1887 to mark the Jubilee of Queen Victoria. It was named in her honor and was developed in 2 years using labor from the shipyards during a time of economic hardship. Some narratives associate the park with a series of mysterious assassinations and unexplained demises near a crossroad on an abandoned train line, leading to the involvement of paranormal investigators in some cases. Now, in the late 1800s, Victoria Park became the location of illegal gambling and other criminal activities involving young men and boys. Now, in May of 1888, a local of the Spring Hill area, identifying himself only as Pater's Familias, or father of the family, wrote several complaints to the Brisbane Courier of groups of young men gathering in Victoria Park at night using foul language and gambling, a problem that had apparently been happening for several months. Now, in 1903, we apparently have what is known as the first sighting of the Grey Ghost, or the Nun of the Victoria Park Tunnel. In 1903, special police squads were assigned to control vast crowds gathered to glimpse, a sighting of the ghost. It was described as looking like a tall nun floating through the tunnel towards the lake on the inner city bypass side. Now, in 1932, there was apparently a second sighting of the ghost. This time it was less like a nun, but still had the appearance of a human reaching out and heading for the lake. This all leads to the most famous haunting in Brisbane's history that saw other, 5,000 people gathering to search for this ghost in November of 1965. Many have told and retold this story, and it has a mythology all of its own. The Blue Ghost Tunnel in Ontario, Canada. Now, the Blue Ghost Tunnel, also known as the Meriden Tunnel in St. Catharines, Ontario, gained its reputation for being haunted due to a tragic train crash in 1903. The tunnel's history, including a fatal rail disaster and the subsequent construction and use of the tunnel, contributes to the local legends and belief in its paranormal activity. So in 1903, 2 engines collided within the tunnel, resulting in the passing of Mr. Charles Horning, the fireman of Engine 4. This event is a key factor in the tunnel's association with the Blue Ghost. Now, local legends recount the accident and the aftermath, contributing to the tunnel's reputation, as this very haunted location. The tunnel was built in 1876 and later converted to occasional use, but it was closed in 1915. People have reported experiencing paranormal phenomena in and around the tunnel. These experiences include hearing sounds like the clicking of a clock, seeing apparitions, and feeling a general sense of unease. Some stories suggest that the tunnel was used as part of the Underground Railroad, which is interesting. Now, a local legend recounts the ghost of a young woman whose clothing caught fire and who passed away in the tunnel. These stories, along with the train crash, contribute to the tunnel's reputation as a place for paranormal activity. The Moonville Tunnel in Ohio. So the Moonville Tunnel, located in Vinton County, Ohio, is known for its haunted reputation and a history linked to accidents and a nearby ghost town. Specifically, it's believed that the tunnel is haunted due to the accidental demises of railroad workers struck by trains within the tunnel. The town of Moonville in Vinton County quickly grew to over 100 residents by the 1870s. Most of the residents were coal miners or railroad workers, but by the 1900s, the town was mostly abandoned as coal mines kind of just dried up. Now, the last residents left all the way back in 1947. All that remains of the town are the eerie Moonville Tunnel and the cemetery. Some visitors have reported seeing, ghosts or feeling a sense of unease, further just feeling, the tunnel's ghostly kind of reputation. Some visitors have also reported seeing ghosts of railroad workers, hearing sounds of train engines, or just feeling a sense of unease, within the tunnel. So believers say that ghosts of railroad workers struck down by a train in the Moonville Tunnel still actually wave their lanterns in the abandoned tunnel. Today, visitors can hike portions of this abandoned railroad line, which are being actually converted into walking and biking trails. The tunnel was once part of a larger rail system that connected to the nearby coal mining town of Moonville. So like I mentioned, portions of this railroad are being converted into trails, which will allow visitors, maybe such as yourself, to explore the area. So go check it out if you're ever there and report back to us. I'd love to hear the real experiences. The Big Bull Tunnel in Wise Country, Virginia. Now, the Big Bull Tunnel is a railroad tunnel with a history marked by both tragedy and paranormal claims. It's been reported to be haunted by some, with stories of a voice begging for relief and exclamations of "they're drinking my blood." Now, the tunnel's construction in the late 1800s and early 1900s was marked by accidents and passings, fueling the rumors of a restless spirit or spirits. Now, the tunnel's construction was not without its dangers. Of course, accidents and passings during the building's process, along with potential tragedies experienced within the tunnel itself, could have contributed to the belief that the tunnel is haunted. Newspaper reports and local accounts describe a range of paranormal phenomena, including voices, groaning sounds, and even the perception of a blue light or headless form. Now, these reports, particularly those from railroad workers, have fueled the tunnel's reputation as a haunted location. Like any tunnel built in the 19th century, the Big Bull Tunnel's construction caused many passings, even just from rocks falling, collisions and other accidents like that. Now, there was even at least one assassination in the tunnel, allegedly. Now, the tales of hauntings go all the way back to the tunnel's earliest days. During one official inspection in 1905, 2 inspectors reported hearing the ghostly voice coming from behind the bricks. That's all for now, but which of these haunted tunnels would you like to visit? Let me know. Thanks for watching. I'm your host, Ashley. Until next time, stay scared. These real stories of real demons living inside these abandoned hospitals will absolutely terrify you, for real. The Linda Vista Community Hospital, located in Los Angeles, California. Linda Vista Community Hospital is a former hospital located at 610 30 South Street, St. Louis Street in Los Angeles, California. Now, it's in the Boyle Heights neighborhood. The hospital was originally constructed for employees of the Santa Fe Railroad and called the Santa Fe Coastlines Hospital. Now, the hospital gained notoriety as one of America's most haunted hospitals, originally treating gang violence victims in the 1970s and 1980s. The hospital closed in 1991. After its closure, the hospital became a very popular filming location for productions, including films, TV shows, and music videos. It has also become the subject of several paranormal investigations.